My grandfather started farming approximately 65 years ago. I was born on the family farm. I still reside on the family farm. It's always been something that's been done here in the Central Valley. Well, I've been farming almonds for 12 years now. I've been growing the forage and the corn for silage for the dairy cattle for 3 years. Had diesel engines out in Merced on our property out there. Got old, switched it to a propane generator in 2003. That worked out phenomenally well. In fact, so well that I've switched everything, that even if it was electric, over to propane. The difference between the electricity and the propane is you're giving up all of the excess charges that you would pay, the environmental charges, the standby, the horsepower, peak and off-peak rates. So you can run anytime you want with the propane. I've had situations actually where the power has gone out and everybody else's pumps around me stop, and then they're all stopping by wondering how come my sprinklers are still going. With the Tier 4 final engines, from the growers that I've talked to and that I know that have got them, there's only been 2 or 3 of them. None of them are happy with them. They've had exhaust systems fail, sensors fail. They're very temperamental. The diesel Tier 4s have to be run under a full load continuously all the time. You can't speed them up, you can't slow them down, you can't have, if they run out of water or the water drops off, the load decreases on them, then they start taking out exhaust systems. Propane engine, you got the ultimate variable speed drive. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can run it wide open, you can run it at an idle, it doesn't care. It gives you the ability to actually oversize the pumps on the ditch pumps so that you can run it slower than what you normally would, and therefore you're saving more fuel. The other thing that you run up against with a diesel engine today is that you have to have some kind of a fuel containment vessel to contain a potential spill. You've got the cost of the tank, and with the propane, you don't have any of those costs. You call your gas company up, they monitor it, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about somebody coming out and siphoning off all your diesel. With the propane engine, you're taking just a raw engine. You don't have any of the emission issues, you don't have the EGR valves, you don't have the exhaust systems, you don't have any of the newfangled sensors that go out. With the propane, it's plug and play. Put the gas to it, start it up, and walk away from it has been my experience. Since I've made the switch to propane, it's been nothing but a positive experience. The cost of operation, the service the gas companies provide, the lack of maintenance that I have to put into the engines, the propane gives you a lot more freedom. The freedom to be able to go move it around if I need to move it around, the freedom to choose the gas company I wish to choose, and the freedom from the expenses, because it costs so much less to operate those engines, whether it's electric or diesel. Or propane's cheaper, hands down. Your rates are fixed and you can control what your costs are, and you can run anytime you want. The cost of the fuel and the cost savings that you're going to see, apples to apples, horsepower wise, you're going to be probably $1.50 to $2 a gallon less in your cost of fuel, and that's going to translate in probably a 30 to 40% savings at the end of the day. My grandfather is 95 years old, and when I pulled the electric motor off the turbine out and back and I put a propane fired engine on it, he thought I'd lost my mind, and he still shakes his head, but he doesn't pay the bills, so I guess it doesn't matter anymore. My name is Alex Adams, and I've been farming in the Central Valley in California for the past 11 years.